Hey everybody, this is Joseph Hasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome to Raptors Roar Game 6 preview between the Raptors and the Cleveland Cavaliers. With me is She Does Sports. Yes, you know her as Angie, you know her as Femme, but she also does health and wellness. She also does Femme, but she does sports. And check out an interview this weekend. You'll tell her more at the end of the show who it's with. I urge you to check it out. Superb talent that we acquire here on the Fired Up Network. But as you know, I don't know if you're heading to the I was going to say Air Canada Center, but the Scotiabank Arena. You're full of money, anyways. The Scotiabank Arena to witness Game 6. The series is now 3-2 Cleveland. I got some issues to talk here. I better not see Brandon Ingram playing tonight. Why?
I agree.
He quit on the
I
team.
agree.
He quit on the team. Contusion. What's a contusion? Look, I'm giving myself a contusion. All right? The guy quit on the team. Laugh all you want. That hurt, though. Okay? Oh, wow. Okay, like, he quit on the team. Scotty Barnes, amazing. He's coming out party right now. Scotty Barnes is doing amazing. Shen, amazing. All these guys. But Brendan Ingram, I got news for you. As you know, I'm the president of the province of Canada. Every girl likes me, right, Angie? Right. Okay? Every girl likes me. Now, Brendan Ingram has a girlfriend. What's the girlfriend's name? Do you know the name? Sitting at the
No.
sidelines there. Kiss, kiss. Every 2 minutes. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Play the damn game! Don't call and say, oh, contusion in game 6, in game 5 of us. You could win the series if you won in Cleveland. A contusion. I'm not even gonna talk that Raptors right now, and like I said, I was the only one in the media to say Detroit is overrated. Detroit could lose to Orlando. Right now, it's game 6 in Orlando, with Orlando leading 3-2. Now, the matchup between the Raptors and Orlando favors the Raptors. But the Raptors have to do the unthinkable. Play without Brandon Ingram, which I don't want to see him. All right?
He's not
Even though he's
playing.
good.
So as of 2 hours ago, I saw that they downgraded him to doubtful. So I agree. We better not see him because if this goes to a game 7, we need him.
So I'm calling the Raptors to win today. The Raptors with the
We
I
should
gotta
have
say,
won game 5. We had the lead multiple times. And then towards the end, that fourth quarter, I don't know. We just couldn't make those shots and keep that lead.
and you know what? They should have won game 5. If they would have won game 5, they would win the series tonight. Now we're
I agree.
hoping they win here in game 6, and I believe they will win in game 6. The crowd, like, speaking as a media member, it's amazing, but as a fan, also watching it at home, talking to Ange talking about a pink hat here at should I wear a pink hat or a red hat for Raptors Roar and all that, but watching it as a fan and watching Scotiabank Arena, the electricity,
And
everything.
outside. Don't forget we have outside too.
Yeah,
Like
outside with
the
the
sound. It's funny you say that because even in all the interviews after, the guys were saying how like loud and vibrant the crowd was and how great that energy was. And it's just it's a bit unfortunate because they're going to win this game. I'm going to be positive. They're going to win this game, but I agree. It would have been nice to see them win it a little more sooner and at home because now we go back once we win tonight. I mean, we go back to Cleveland, right? So
yes, but here's the other thing. Okay, so they win tonight. They play in Cleveland, but if they beat Cleveland, they get home advantage in the second
I
round if
know.
they play Orlando. So
Yeah.
imagine the crowd in Toronto, second round, which, let's face it, like I'm going to say this, the Raptors in the second round. And you know what a war it's going to be. Boston and Philly, they're starting tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Boston and Philly, the war of all wars. So,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that Orlando's easy and all that. And Orlando has to win today to defeat Detroit to make it the second round. But how many people in this world, except for me, in the playoff picks, said the Raptors could go to the Eastern Conference Final. And they can go to the Eastern Conference Final. And if by chance they play the Philadelphia 76ers, and they play Nick Nurse, they play Kyle Lowry.
I know.
That's all I'm going to say in the Eastern Conference Final, but I digress. That's going too far up there and all that. But this thing with Brandon Ingram, nobody's calling it. I'm going to call it. I don't care. I see people with torn ACLs, people with groin injuries, people with legit injuries still playing in the National Hockey League and everything like
Yeah.
that. This guy has a contusion. So you're a lady. You bump your knee is contused. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm going to make it a word. All right, and you can't play. You can't. 2 days later, remember he did not play. He played Wednesday. He played a quarter. Thursday you're off. Friday whole day you're off. You play Friday night. 2 days off and a contusion, and you can't play. And the guy's making $20 million a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he
No,
could
I
kiss.
agree. I had to look up what the injury was because I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? Like you said, like a broken ankle, a pulled hamstring, any of those more serious injuries, I would not classify a contusion as a serious injury, and neither does Google. And I think that it's hard to say. I mean, I'm not in his shoes, but if I was making that much money and it was like coming down to the wire here, we're in playoff basketball, I'd play through that contusion and I'd play through it very well. Put some ice on it after.
And it hurts because they need this guy. They need this guy
Yeah.
because how much more can Scotty Barnes do? R.J. Barrett is doing. They're bringing.
Yeah.
They're already playing without Quickly. He's out for the series, and Quickly could have done something. They're holding. They're holding the beard back, and they're holding. Mitchell hasn't been really doing their a lot and all that, so they're holding them and they're playing defense. And kudos to Darko. Darko
Yeah.
has really come in there and really motivated. And now you see a great defense with a little sprinkled in with a little youngsters who are hungry. Kobe Walker, all these guys, Walter, and these guys are hungry. Imagine in a year or two where the Raptors going to be, considering the 76ers are a little bit older. They're going to lose Kawhi. He's going to retire. Not Kawhi, Kyle. He's going to retire
Yeah.
and everything like that. And Boston, they Tatum coming off that injury and everything like that. And Indiana coming off an injury also. So it's there for the taking this year. If the Raptors, they could go right now to the Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah.
And how many people would say that, considering the year they had before and all that? And not a lot of people are talking about Darko. Let's give it to Darko also. Darko has been coaching, and they finished 46-36 this year. And not a lot of people would say this take this series to 6. We are in Game 6, and me and you are saying it's going to go to Game 7.
Oh,
I don't know
sure.
what's going to happen in Game 7, but the Raptors, it's been a home series. The Raptors lost the first 2 in Cleveland. They won the second 2 in Toronto. They lost Game 5 in Cleveland. By that matter, they're going to win in Game 6. So it's been a home series. Now, if they do a shock in Game 7, if Raptors can pull out the victory, boy, oh boy, Cleveland is going to spark because they think they have the best team there. They have everybody going, and it's going to be very interesting there. But I think the Raptors win, I would say, by at least 6, maybe 8 points today. What do you think?
I think it's going to be closer than that. I think it's going to be a buzzer beater win because, like, that's just how they've been, like,
A buzzer
stressing.
beater win.
Yeah, I don't. It's going to be close. It's going to be. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see the score be a bit more of a differentiator, but just based on I don't know. I would love to see them win. I want to see them win. They are going to win. I'm going to stay positive, but I think it's going to be really, really close, and it's going to be close to like a buzzer beater. It's
All right,
nobody
so
thought they would even be here. Like
No,
A
I
few
did.
months ago, if you asked anyone, they would have said the
I
Raptors.
did.
I
I did.
did, but I got
No,
a lot
you
of hate
didn't.
on it.
No, you didn't. If you start listening to the guy who makes money, you should listen to me, and we both be rich. All right. So first of all, 7:30 today, Cleveland and the Raps. I'm saying the Raps will win. You say the Raps will win. Now 7 p.m. tonight, Detroit and Orlando. Orlando leading 3 games to 2. Can they close it out? What do you say?
I say yes. I'm gonna go with yes. I think they can do it,
Okay.
and
And
I'd
then
love to see
nine
it.
And then 9:30, this is a game that the Lakers never thought they're going to be in. They're leading Houston 3-0. All
Yeah,
right. And then Kevin Durant is gone. So no Kevin Durant. It's 3-1. They win the game. Okay, hold on. They go to Los Angeles and make it 3-2. Now Los Angeles has to go back to Houston tonight for game 6, 9:30. Who do you say?
I'm gonna say Houston.
So you're saying there's going to be 2 game 7s, the
I think so.
Raptors and the Lakers.
I
All
think
right.
so.
And by
I
the
think
way,
in this league, if it can be stretched out to a game seven, it's always usually possible.
all right. And tomorrow, game 1 of the second round series, 76ers and Celtics at 7:30. Of course, game 7, of the games today, game 7, we're saying 2 out of 3 will be game 7. The
Yeah,
Raptors into Cleveland and Rockets into Lakers. We're saying the only non-game 7, now watch it be opposite, but
yeah, I know.
non-game 7 Magic and Detroit on Sunday. Those are Sunday. And Monday, we got to say this: Minnesota, despite losing the Ant-Man, beat Denver. That's huge with Nikola Jokic and the Canadian there and all that. So Minnesota and the T will start Monday. Minnesota and the Spurs start Monday, and I can't see Minnesota winning more than 1 game there. I think the San Antonio Spurs are going to win in 5, and for that matter, whoever plays Oklahoma, I think Oklahoma is bound. Oklahoma and San Antonio are bound for the Western Conference Final. Now in the East, like I said, Raptors could be in the Eastern Conference Final, and don't laugh there. But I want to close out Raptors Roar with what this. You're a lady. We finally have a WNBA team in Toronto, thanks to my $5 that I put in. All right, and the Toronto Temple, they played their first preseason game at Coca-Cola Coliseum. Over 8,600 fans. Yes,
Yeah,
over 8,600 fans. It's an exhibition game. They lost or whatever. The next time they're going to play is, I believe, Saturday in Minnesota. But yeah, I know you didn't go to the game, but you watched it on TV and everything like that. For you, a lady who's basketball is pretty up there, like hockey and everything like that. Seeing 8,600 fans, that's more than the Marlies games. Okay, so
I
put it that
know.
way.
More than some of the
And
Argos games too.
well, let's not talk about the Argos. Next thing we're going to see is the Argos moving to Guelph. All right, but Toronto Temple and Kia Nurse and a couple players from Toronto and from Canada playing, and you could see their happiness and I can't believe they grew up, 20 years ago. Vince Carter, all these ladies are 23, 25, 28 years old. The Vince Carter era, and Vince Carter started the ladies and the men to basketball can do something here in Canada. It's not a hockey country. It's a lacrosse country. Never mind. But talk about the Toronto Temple and first game. And I urge everybody to go out and check out the Toronto Temple throughout the season because it's simply the NBA is fantastic. This is fantastic. You like that one, eh?
That was good. That was good. That was good. I think, yeah, just the energy around women's sports in general is electric. It's hard to ignore. I'm a little sad that the Toronto Temple did not win that first preseason game, but that's okay. The score was like close enough. I thought it wasn't like a complete blowout. I mean, 83 to 78 in basketball is just a few short threes, maybe a few twos away. So not a terrible blowout. I did really, really appreciate seeing Kia Nurse in all of her glory, doing all the things and all the interviews. Shout out to her, Hamilton hometown. Yeah, Hamilton, right? Yeah, Hamilton.
Yeah, yeah.
She did a little dance and stuff in her one of her interviews I saw, and just in general, like at the way she spoke too, just about seeing these athletes on TV and having them always be men, and now being in a position where so many young girls are now looking up to them and wanting to be them. I think it's electrifying, and it's exciting, and I'm so happy we have an NBA team here, a WNBA team here in Toronto, but I wish we had some more Canadians on our team. Like, can we just get her and maybe some of the other ones?
Listen, for people who don't know, I'm in negotiations with the Toronto Temple. I'm trying to build a fired up femme She Does Sports team that involves Angie, involves Taylor Woods. The coach is going to be Digit Murphy. Some newcomers that we have coming along here on Fired Up Network. We need 5 ladies. You will challenge in an exhibition game. You will challenge the Toronto Temple third string players, and you're going to be coached, and we're going to run up and down the court. Drew Ebanks, we spoke to him today. He has agreed. How long do I have to lose 400 pounds? I said, you only, what's so funny? And you only have basically a month to lose. Well, he said only 46 pounds, but that's it. So
Hey, if
we're going
that's
to put
our
him.
roster for our team, we can compete in any sport. We've got athletics of hockey, we've got
Listen, I didn't
soccer,
say it's going to be
basketball.
basketball. I didn't say it's going to be basketball. I got
You said
Digit
court.
Murphy.
You said court. You said running up
Yeah,
and
I
down the
know.
court.
I said, yeah. I didn't say it could be. It
Could
could
be
be Taylor
field,
Wood bench
could be
pressing.
ice.
Exactly, bench pressing, moving cars
Yeah,
against the Toronto Temple. We win
there
that
you
one.
go.
All right, but come on. I gotta show some. We gotta win some. All right, we're not losers. We're not losers like Brandon Ingram. Contusion. I have so many
Contusion
contusions.
injuries.
I have so many contusions. Ernie and Bert can't fix my contusions. All right. Now, tell everybody as we close. Raptors roar. Raptors win. We're gonna be partying. I'm gonna call you at 10 o'clock tonight. I know. I want to hear you scream, or I want you.
I'm
What
trying
the
to go to
f
the
are you
game.
doing
I'm
calling
trying to
me?
go to the game, so I'm hoping to be there.
No, you're not going to the game. All right, you're not going to go to the game. You're going to be here, and I'm going to call you at 10 o'clock. Either you're going to be screaming, or you're going to tell me what the f are you calling me so late. That's what you're going to do. Secondly, all right. Secondly, now you're going to tell everybody your new concept here, fam, and She Does Sports, which I should be a part of, but I let you for the first one, second one. You be happy with the pink hat. I said, fine, I'll let you wear the pink hat. Don't color your hair purple like the Baltimore Ravens and all that. But tell everybody to check out Fired Up Network. Download Fired Up Network on Roku. Check out a special section. We have FAM, we have Fired Up Network, but we also have She Does Sports, because what does she do? Sports. She does health. She does wellness. She does femme. She does what? Soon you're gonna cover where I did in April, 419 shows. That means 13.9 shows a day. You think you can do it? There's no
I
difference
think
between
so.
me and you. I have a daughter. You have a daughter. Except I am like 20 years older. You're like 32 and holding. So look, there's no difference. Okay, I'm 52 and getting up there. I feel like I have a contusion. You know what that means? I'm like 90.
Yeah.
Ask Brendan Ingram. All right, but tell everybody about She Does Sports.
Yes. So, I mean, you pretty much said it all, but our platforms and content reach across 212 plus podcasts and streaming platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, all Roku devices. So, pretty much wherever you get your entertainment, wherever you watch TV, sports, all the things. We are across all of the networks. Again, search for us on all Roku devices, smart TVs. Search Fired Up, all one word, Fired Up Network. And you can find me at She Does Sports. You can find Femme, which is our complete women's side of the business. Always looking for additional talent. So if anyone's interested in joining us, please do. I did have a soccer World Cup preview conversation with a colleague, new colleague of ours, Stephanie Dreyer. She is a journalist.
Hold on, Stephanie Dreyer. We got Stephanie Dreyer.
We did. We filmed this morning. We filmed this morning, and I will be putting that up later today. She's amazing. She's lived all over the world. She's a huge soccer fan. I think she's cheering for Germany, if I had to take a guess.
Boo!
And we talked about all of the new World Cup. We talked about all of the World Cup rules. Hey, I had this video on, and then I had to take it off because, you know, Italy didn't make the World Cup again.
No. Hold on. Oh, aha. Number one, wait about the jersey. Number two, we got Stephanie Dreyer. We got this lady for soccer. You're great what you do, but even I have to say, she puts you to shame with soccer. You agree? Yeah. You shouldn't be doing soccer. Me and Stephanie and Carmen Asako should be doing soccer. You should be eating cornflakes that you're eating at 1 p.m. All right? And by the way, that first of all, when did you do this? You didn't tell. Anyways, we'll talk about this. Stephanie Dreyer is a major clue by myself and Ange, and you could expect to see her and hear more of her during the World Cup. Maybe we could get Stephanie with Carmen Asako, with John Freeman Nelson, and I'm going to tell you, Stephanie can hold her own with John Freeman Nelson. Stephanie, you can't hold her own with me because I will Romania.
No, she's been great to work with. I look forward to working more closely with her, and as we lead up to World Cup, we'll be doing even more shows.
No. It's not. You're not going to hog Stephanie Dreyer. What's wrong with you? It's like the man at White of Fired Up Network. You can't hog that. No.
But, you feel left out? Are you getting FOMO?
What? FOMO?
Okay, we'll include you next time.
Oh, Eric Cohen is homo, not me. All right? So not FOMO. What's FOMO? I don't know what FOMO is. Listen, that is a big coup. If we got Stephanie Dreyer once a week or like periodically throughout the World Cup with Carmen Asako, John Freeman Nelson, and myself who speaks Spanish and all that, we are the go-to station for World Cup action. We are the go-to. And forget about the World Cup also. Soccer is year-round. If we have her, how much did you pay anything big for her or what? We'll talk offline about that.
We'll talk offline. All right, everyone. Well, go Raptors, go. Let's take this series and move on to Orlando because I think that's what's going to happen.
And since we're talking soccer, stay tuned to the Fired Up Network for a TFC preview against the San Jose Earthquakes at BMO Field on Saturday. Guess what? San Jose is 9-1, the best team in the league. Does TFC have the chance? Ange will tell you yes because she's positive. I will tell you the truth. Stay tuned. Watch it. Thanks a lot. And go, Raptors, go. And remember, Ange, Happy New Year.